Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
5 years ago, the Power of We Symposium was created to provide a platform for kids from all sectors where they could have a safe and comfortable environment in which to share both their joys and concerns. The Power of We Symposium is proud to have served over 250 kids throughout Romania when we took our mission global back in May of 2023. Now, 2 teams of amazing volunteers from both the U.S. and Romania embarked on an 8-day Legacy of Hope tour, bringing encouragement and hope to not only the kids of Romania, but also the adults who support them, and also to over 100 kids here in the U.S. who contributed handwritten letters of hope to our Romania mission of 2023. Now, this year, we are proud to provide this opportunity yet again in October, and we are super excited to up our game. New venue, 750 kids this time, and we want to see you there. We're looking forward to meeting you in person at this year's event, which promises, as always, incredible speakers, amazing content, and of course, some of the greatest kids on the planet. So, mark your calendars for October 24th, and we'll see you here in Chicagoland for the Power of We Symposium 2024. This year's theme is Always Together, Never Alone. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite or at powerofwesymposium.com. Shamelessly displaying my state of mind, but you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. You see how I'm ringing the bell? Okay, wait a minute. Do over. There we go. I'm going to wake. I'm going through it. I'm going through it so I can get to it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm Dr. Lauren. I have to think about who I am. Oh, Lord. I'm Dr. Lauren, minus one tooth. Yesterday, I had a wisdom. Why does the side that didn't get the tooth removed look fatter? Uh-oh. Anyway, I had a wisdom tooth removed yesterday, so I'm a lot dumber today. So just get used to it. I'm just saying, oh my goodness. I am not kidding you. I was like, he had to, let me just say this real quick. The dentist, after the first time he came out, he had that needle thing, that syringe like in his hand. And I was like, dude, I'm serious. I'm going to punch you if you come near me. Just letting you know. So from then on, he came with it behind his back. I was like, what you got behind your back? Turn around, you know? So anyway, it took about 2 hours, but they got me. And so, yeah, I'm doing my best. So bear with me. How are you? That's the most important question of the day. How are you? And what are you going to do to ease some form of suffering in this world today? What are you going to do? Drop it in the comments. We all have the ability. It's what we do with it that is like, So, welcome to the show. My sidekick, Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. She's here. And I'm scared to eat, so I'm just drinking a little bit. What else? Bella Purpose is here. I ring it when some truth is out on the table so we don't miss it. And I have a great guest for you today. If you know any women in particular, 35 or older, you might want to give them a jingle. Text them. Send out a raven. Smoke signals, rain dance, whatever. Get their attention. Tell them to get in here because I have POLINA LEROY. I say her name like the POLINA LEROY. Whereas people from the ghetto probably, I used to be from the ghetto, so I would say POLINA LEROY. Right. So, but I like POLINA LEROY. Right. So she's here and she is a PhD, right? Man, she would show up today when I'm just a little bit dumber because I have a wisdom tooth now. And she's a medical intuitive. I'm going to tell you something. Don't just fly past that second word, intuitive. That is crucial to the journey. Everything important, I believe, all inside, all internal, all of them start with IN. Instinct, intuition, insight, inspiration, and the list goes on and on. So pay attention. And she's also a holistic wellness coach. So she specializes in working with women. That's why I said 35 and older in weight loss. I wish she could work with some men. I got a few jelly rolls she could help me with. And autoimmune relief is another area of expertise, cancer prevention. I don't know what this one is, but we're going to start with it when she gets in here. MM, like M&Ms. I was like, ooh, she gives out candy. MM information. And then Theta Healing Technique, which is a big one for her. I saw tons of testimonials on her website where they were just ranting and raving about this. I just got a prompt on the screen that said my battery is low. So when I'm going to let her come in, then while she's talking to you, I must be unplugged back there. You guys, and she's going to give you have an opportunity to get a free heavy metal detox guide. I'll let her explain what I just did. Anyway, you guys, put some hearts on the screen. It's our way of saying welcome, welcome, welcome. Standing ovation, right? Virtually for our guest today. Here she comes. She's wearing heels. Click-clacking down the hall. Here she comes. POLINA LEROY. Does my face look fat?
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're great.
Say your name.
POLINA LEROY. Thanks
See?
for having me.
Stands for what?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I thought you said it stands for heavenly. I was like, well, clearly. Oh, no, thank you for being here. You couldn't have picked a worse day. Chipmunk, chipmunk, chipmunk. But I'm so glad you're here. You have a lot of great information for the viewers today. What I usually do, I just gave the highlights instead of reading a long bio, because I like to give the guest about 60 seconds. I dip out, just you in the audience, and you just tell them what you want them to know, pour into them, and then I'll come back in and after 1 minute, and we'll get started officially. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
plus, I got to check that cord back there. Okay, all you, take it away. Paulina Leroy.
Well, hi everybody. So I think many people usually notice the controversial aspect of me being PhD and also a medical intuitive, and I'm just going to address it right away because yes, I spent first 10 years in academia, and then I decided to follow my intuitive gifts and actually explore what I can see with my I can do with my intuition. And it wasn't an easy transition, as many of you can imagine. And I just I had a lot of resistance that I had to overcome in order actually to be able to accept my gifts. So that was an easy thing. But I think I definitely brought into my intuitive practice, I brought my investigative mind and um, kind of the open mind to see what's out there without any assumptions. I try not to make any assumptions when I work with clients, and I try to keep my mind open for, whatever is unique about this person, and just stay open.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this part because first question is this: how much money did you spend getting that PhD? A lot.
Well, it was 10 years of my life.
Right, 10 years of life. And how much money did you spend for your intuition?
Another 10 years of my life, and
But it was free. You know what I mean? It's already there. I love this. I am a big champion of intuition. I use it. I don't apologize for my downloads and things like that. I don't touch them. I used to well, I can't say all of that. If I say that, they'll think I'm crazy.
Well, I went through this too. I had these moments too.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
It's very challenging. It's very challenging. And there's no guidebook on it. You just have to, that's why that was, you know what, Paulina? That was when I started to understand, for me anyway, that faith wasn't a thing. Faith was a place. Because when I stood in it, I started receiving clarity. And when I didn't question it, and I reversed the question mark piece. I used to be afraid of question marks. Oh, I don't know if I'm smart enough for that, or I don't know if I can. And then I started realizing when I saw a question mark inside an opportunity, aha, it's proof that something greater than me is in there waiting for me. Come on, let's do this together. So I just want to know this. How did you make the transition from the old?
Oops. What happened? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't know if I'm still live or not. Can anyone tell me if I'm still live? Can you hear me, guys? Something happened here.
Okay. You know you were on the screen the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, girl, just talk, right? And I was talking to you back there.
I wasn't sure if I'm alive or not.
I know. It's okay. Guess what it was? Remember I said that I was weak? One of the cats had unplugged the computer.
Oh, no.
Yes. So anyway, here we go. There are no mistakes. That's just divine timing. A lot more people showed up while we were gone. So good. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Robert. Hello, everyone. Well, you guys are getting awfully friendly. Hello, believe in yourself. We can hear you, they said. Oh,
Thank you.
okay, wait.
Thank you.
I got to change something. There. I think they couldn't hear me. Dr. Lauren will be back soon. See, thank you, Robert. He knows. He's been here for 8 years, so he knows. Okay. Look, Robert was talking to you, Paulina. He was like, please feel free to wing it. We can see you. So, okay, we were talking about, I believe, let me turn this light back on. Everything turned off. The transition. When you were in your scientific mind, what was it? You heard something walking around one of the hallways in your mind or in your spirit. You're like, who is that? You know, how did it happen for you where you started the transition?
Well, it wasn't a very easy journey. I sensed something in my father, and I knew without any reason, I thought he has a cancer, and he wasn't diagnosed back then. And I told him to go to doctor and see what's happening. And when he went to doctor, after probably 3 months of me asking him to do it, he actually was diagnosed with cancer. And after the diagnosis came through, I don't know, with all my who I am, right, with everything who I was, I knew that he's not going to make it. And although doctors told us, no, he's going to be okay, we'll do surgery, it's not not a terminal stage, for some reason I knew he's not going to make it, and that's what happened. And while he was sick with cancer, I could see this thing growing in him, right? It was inside, but I could see it growing. And like, I knew exactly when it will show up, like, on the outside. I knew it's going to happen. And like, it wasn't easy thing to go through, but I was amazed how specific I was about what was happening in his body. And
did it scare you?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think about it. I wanted to stay positive and, like, talk to him that we will overcome it. It's, it's not a big deal, but at the same time, inside of me, there was a deep knowledge that this is the last months we spend with him.
But the gift itself, did it scare you when you started realizing? You might not have known that first time, but then it starts happening again and again and again. And I know with myself, the more I stopped questioning it, the more frequently it showed up, the easier it became, the clearer. It was like someone was tuning it in, you know? So you know what I'm talking about, right? How did you get through the fear-based part? Like, I don't think I want this. Because I was like, where's the receipt for this gift? Because I'm not sure I want it, right? Because there's so much responsibility. When you see something and you have no proof outside of that third eye, but you cannot keep it to yourself. It wrestles.
I learned how to keep it to myself, because what I realized over time is that not everyone wants to know it. And usually if I would share without anyone, asking me questions, I would get in trouble. So I learned how to see what's happening in people's bodies and just keep it to myself until they ask me.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, you seeing anything right now?
I see a lot of things.
I mean, here.
I don't think we want to make it public.
You see a lot of things here with me?
Yeah. Well, your liver, just to begin with, your liver wants attention.
My liver?
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. So when they say, when you say it wants attention, how you do? Oh, then a little baby, my liver. How you doing? What do you mean? I should get my liver checked?
No, from what I know, you can get it checked, but a lot of tests that they run on liver don't show much. Even when the liver is really struggling, tests might not pick it up. There could be some, indicators in liver enzymes. They could be off, but that would be it.
Okay.
You can do like ultrasound of the liver, and they can, show certain things. But usually when you just do lab tests, they wouldn't show much.
So, you're kind of reminding me of a niece of mine who is a nutritionist, right? Mm-hmm. When she first got out of college and she'd come to people's houses, she'd throw all your shit away, your flour and your sugar and all this stuff. You're thinking she's doing you a favor. So she became unpopular really quick. It was like, don't invite Cynthia to your house. So I'm asking this. When people say, so who's coming to the party? Veronica, Carissa, Polina. That intuitive? Oh, I don't know about that. Because if I knew you had these gifts and I was at a party and I saw you like looking at me or something, I'd be like, uh-oh.
While you're sipping, alcohol drink, and I would be like.
And I'd be like, quit looking at me, right? Go away. Okay, so I get it. So let's talk about how you use these gifts to help your clients. Let's start with, can you tell us what is MM information? What is that?
MM information means medical medium information that I use for healing others. This is information about how certain foods can be healing for our organs. And medical medium has so much of this extremely, I think, valuable information. How just, changing your diet, you can help your body to heal. Because back then in the day when I started, and I started in 2012, I think, working with clients one-on-one, all I could do is just do energy healing. And I would talk to viruses and different organs. So that was my jam, to, talk to pathogens that I see inside the body and ask them, what are you doing in this body? And
wait, don't hold back. Where's the liver?
Right side.
Talk to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to ask them twice. They give so much information right away. As soon as you pay attention to them, they give so much information about what they want, what they need, and how they would like you to change your lifestyle.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes when I focus on lungs, I can hear what lungs want from you, for example, or your thyroid, what they want, or the liver, and they tell you right away. You don't need to ask twice.
Okay, they're not. In other words, they don't beat around the bush.
No, no,
They're just going to
definitely.
tell you. Okay, so how does I have a
And I
feeling what
believe,
you do?
honestly, I believe that they keep talking to us all the time. It's just we're not listening to them
I
usually.
agree. I agree, and that's so true because even when it comes to why so many of us self-diagnose, your body tells you something. I know anytime anything is off with me, anything. You see, I canceled my whole day today because I knew I could have pushed through, but I heard them saying to me, "Look, we need to be rested for when you travel on Friday. You're gone for 10 days." So take one day and let us rest. And then they told me, go to sleep. They told me when I'm done, go to bed and just sleep.
Hmm.
So you're right. But why is it, Polina, that so many of us don't listen to what our bodies say? We override them with our own self-diagnoses. Why do we do that?
Well, diagnosis is not the worst thing. I think when we just been disconnected from our bodies and we disconnected for most of our lives, I think, until we start paying attention. And I think that disconnection from ourselves, right? From ourselves, from our truth, from our intuition, that plays a part. And what happens is that we start just giving our power away and we trust doctors, who sometimes, yes, it makes sense, but that's not necessarily always a good idea because doctors don't know your body. They don't know your symptoms. They can, run some tests to
Yeah.
see, but they don't know your symptoms. They don't know what your experience is.
The
And
relationship you have.
yes, yes. And how many clients I had who would tell me that, oh, my doctor's being dismissive about my symptoms. They don't trust me. They think I'm making it up, right?
My niece just told me that last night. And she wrote up, I swear, let me just say this real quick. She has brain cancer. She has for 20 years. And she said, she goes, I'm writing a letter. She goes, because my doctor started, I was like, well, what about this? It goes, it's in the report. We've already discussed this with you. You've already asked that question. And she goes, it's my body. I will ask as many questions as I feel need to be asked. And it was interesting how she went to all this length of writing this letter so that she could hold on to her power. And she's been doing it consistently with all the different doctors and things. Imagine brain cancer for 20 years. And she goes, that's the only reason she believes she is still here because of that, championing. She was a champion for herself. So
Exactly.
do you talk to your clients about that?
Yes, definitely. I talk to my clients about it, and I talk about it, my Instagram page as well, because it's so important for us, I think, to get education about our bodies. And I get it. Sometimes people don't want to know the details. I was the same person as well. When I was pursuing my academic career, I didn't want to know about my liver or my kidneys, and what they have to say. um, for some reason I felt so disconnected from it and I didn't want to know anything. I think probably because of fear. A lot of us have fear about knowing what's happening inside the body.
Absolutely.
But
Now
at
you
the
just,
same time,
oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Well, I just want you to know when you're done with that thought, here's your Instagram page. You mentioned it. Tell us
Yeah.
what I love this because it seems like it's like all these different little tidbits on all these different things to keep you or get you healthy. So talk about what people will find when they head to your Instagram page.
I share on my Instagram page what I find most important to reverse chronic conditions
Yeah.
or to stay healthy, right? So if you're right now in a pretty good shape and you don't experience any health conditions, you don't have any chronic health conditions, there are ways how you can keep yourself healthy, right?
Oh,
And that's, I think, so important. What I'm passionate about is to show people how their everyday lifestyle choices affect their body, right? I help them to connect the dots. Here's what you do, here's what you eat, here's what you drink, and this is how it's affecting your body. And this is what you can expect within the next 5-10 years. Right? I think I think what one of my powers is that when I go inside the body, I can see and sense something that's building up in the body and might show up on the physical level soon enough if you don't make any changes, right? So I can see that there is a potential for this to be formed, right? And I tell them, you need to start taking care of this aspect of your life right now, otherwise you're going to have problem with it.
So I would think that it is pretty tenuous for you because in a way, I mean, it's not like you're delivering bad news, Grim Reaper, but it could be bad for you if you don't heed the information. So it's really good news because you're giving people heads up.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about this. This thing about, you even say in here, and I thought, well, that's a pretty bold statement, cancer prevention. But let's talk about that and the connection to inflammation.
Yeah.
How many horrible things are connected to inflammation?
Well, how about we go deep and we ask ourselves what's causing inflammation in the first place?
Yeah, what is?
Right. There are two main factors that cause inflammation. One of them is definitely viral activity. So it's a low-grade viral infection that's most responsible for inflammation. And if you add to this presence of toxins, then you have even broader inflammation. And then while you have this inflammation for several years, there you go. You have your high risk of cancer. So from my perspective, and I work with many clients who've been diagnosed with cancer, cancer is a combination of factors. Usually that would be toxic overload. There is a viral activity, usually very active, aggressive type of virus. And when this virus is feeding off and kind of transforming these toxins, it becomes very toxic sludge, right? That's actually poisoning the good cells. And if we add to this, usually if it happens and the body is mostly doing okay in terms of like physical activity and good oxygenation, that will be okay. The immune system can take care of it, right? We can have cancer cells built in our body, but the immune system can't take care of it. But let's add to this a couple more ingredients, which is sedentary lifestyle, lack of physical activity. And we have usually stagnant liver and stagnant immune system, stagnant lymphatic system, and there you have it. Stagnant lymphatic system and stagnant liver, malfunctioning liver, allow this kind of cancer be isolated, right? It has a kind of its own spot in the body, and the immune system can get to it because of all the stagnation in the body. Does it make sense?
Yeah. And yes. And I mean, I will be honest, I'm sitting here like this, but really, I'm sitting here like this. Because and I know that's happening with all of you. You're going, how could it not? When you hear this stuff, you're like, ooh, what can I do? Now, that's the question, I believe, is why you do the work you do, why you've been gifted, so that when people are in front of you, they can say, okay, Polina, what can I do? So let's go to this. Let's go to diet. It's so confusing.
I know.
Holistic, pesticides, organic. How do we know it's organic? Just because they put it there in the grocery store with a sticker on it. How do you know? It wasn't like you were out there next to the people picking it. So it's just so confusing that a lot of people just throw their hands up and say, I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want to eat.
I know. It comes from overwhelm. We feel so overwhelmed with all this conflicting information dumped on us.
Yeah.
And we just, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stick to what I know. Right. But I don't know about your parents, but I've seen my father died from cancer, and I was like,
Mom died
I don't
from it
want this
too.
for me. So
Yes.
I'm gonna learn from my parents' experience, and I'm gonna change my lifestyle so I wouldn't have to go through this.
Okay. What's in your refrigerator right now?
Uh, Lots of fresh fruits and lots of vegetables and lots of leafy greens. I have tons of spinach, cilantro, parsley, dill that I constantly eat every day. I have lots of apples, cucumbers,
Okay.
broccoli. I mean, it might sound boring, but
Well, you left a couple vegetables out, like chicken, pork chops. I'm just kidding. Vicky, I hear you laughing, pork chops. So, but do you eat meat at all, or what are you,
I
vegan?
do actually. No, I do eat meat, and I have to be honest, I like to eat meat. And but the question is the proportion, how much of it you eat, right? So I usually, when I make salad for dinner, I can sprinkle some meat, because
Girl,
I like.
those are called bacos. Those are bacon bits. That ain't meat. I'm just kidding. So what do you mean sprinkle? How you gonna sprinkle some meat? What is it? Powder?
Yeah, kind of. So I just shred the chicken or turkey, and
Oh, okay.
I put it
You
on my
chop it up.
salad.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I love turkey. I love chicken. Now, what about this? What about gut health?
The
When
same
it
is
comes,
for the rest of the body. I think one of the main problems that most people not aware of is how many pathogens in our gut, and the microbiome is hugely affected by bacteria that are not friendly to us. And when we eat certain foods like gluten or dairy, right, we feed those pathogens, and that's causing bloating, for example, and we have cramps, or we can have a constipation, you know, all of that because we feed those pathogens and they cause inflammation, right? So,
Mhm.
but the same thing happens. I would say gut would be usually mostly noticeable, but the same thing happens in other organs as well. We have pathogens usually everywhere in the body. I can see them, and the inflammation happens mostly everywhere in the body as well because of this
there's
viral activity.
there's just a million things going on in there.
Yeah.
I always say I joke about it, but it's like, can you imagine if we had glass bottoms? Like your from the neck down was glass, and you
Well,
could
thank
see
God we
what.
don't.
Oh my God! I'd be like, girl,
But that
look
would
at you
keep you
see.
accountable, right?
Yes, but and the thing about it is, why is it so scary to even imagine? Because we're like, I don't want to see it. No. I want to ask, but here's the good news. Here's the good news. I saved it for the last thing on the list to go into. Was this healing? There is healing available. And that's where when you get scared or you start thinking you're overwhelmed, like you said, Paulina, just see, that's what I love about scars. Every scar you have, I look at it, it's immediate proof of a thing called healing. Oh, yeah, this healed. That means it's possible for other things too. So let's talk about this thing called theta healing technique.
Absolutely.
What's that all about?
Theta healing, and why I love this technique, is about actually believing that everyone has connection to the divine, everyone has connection to the creator, and we have
Yes.
this power within us to change anything and to reverse it to its original state. And I believe it 100%, and I see how our body is responsive to a little shifts that we make. You change your diet, you will see your body responding to it and healing itself. You don't need to do much, you just need to listen to your body and give it what it asks. And when I do energy healing, theta healing means I go inside the body and I connect to the divine, and I ask the creator to create healing here. And sometimes healing happens instantly, sometimes it takes several times. But my belief is healing is possible, but You shouldn't rely only on divine, you shouldn't rely only on the creator in your healing journey. You should take care of your own body first.
Yes.
And the
Woo!
energy healing comes from the creator as a support on this journey to make it faster. But
Yes.
if we only ask for the creator to heal it, but we don't take actions, changing diet or anything, like, what are
Nothing's
we
going
doing?
to change.
No. Because even if the creator gives you healing, it's going to take another 30 days and you're going to create all these imbalances again in the body.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why what you said is so important. A lot of us that are in spiritualism, a lot of us got our starts in organized religion. And my family, Seventh-day Adventist, and my niece with the cancer. And now, that's a spirited conversation when she's around. When people in the family say this, oh, don't worry about it, Shelley. Just pray. Just pray. Leave it at the feet of Jesus. And she's like, I don't think so. Praying is not enough, she says. I have to do things.
I agree.
And that's exactly what you just said. So let's go a little further into that and this. You're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. Go ahead. You first.
Can I add something? When they say pray and it's going to be enough, what we miss in the huge point is that the creator gave us free will. And we have this free will with us every moment of our existence. So we have to exercise it, right? And we do exercise it. So some people choose not to change any diets, not to exercise. There you go. You're going to have your,
you made
health
your
going out of track.
And the promise is seek and you will find. So that means get off your ass and do something.
Exactly.
If you want to be healed, get out there and find your healing. And I'll say this too, a big piece of it, I want to know what you think, Polina, but I think the mistake that a lot of people make is they start something, but there's no shared custody agreement with this stuff. You must be consistent. That's what I love about the 4 agreements. Do your best, which means, you don't pick it up on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Easter and Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. You must at least have an intention consistently that I need and seek to do better. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of things do you recommend to your clients and people in general that can change that mindset so it's not so overwhelming and so that it becomes a natural part of your daily routine, a practice, a ritual?
Yeah.
What are some things we can do?
Well, I recommend start slow and change, one thing at a time. For example, if you're drinking coffee, I know many people are going to hate me right now. Find something else to replace it with.
Coffee?
Coffee, yes. Or it doesn't have to. Okay, it doesn't have to be coffee. You can still drink your coffee, but add, for example, some lemon water to your morning routine. Add some green juice to your morning routine, right? And then you can have your cup of coffee.
Okay.
Because I know coffee is very addictive. It's hard to drop it. But let's start adding good things, right? It's always easier to add positive things to your body than drop things that, so addictive to us. So let's start adding step by step something positive, like green juice, lemon water, and then there was some point in my life when I was like, it's impossible for me to stop drinking coffee. It's impossible. I felt so addicted. But then it happened that I just felt, okay, I'm no longer interested in coffee. It just doesn't resonate with me.
You broke up with coffee.
Yeah.
I can't see you anymore. We've had a great time, but I'm moving on. No, Polina, no. Okay. What? But wait, the lemon water. I'm like, what's in lemon water? I know I always ask because it's bougie at the restaurant. Oh, can I have some water with lemon? Or when I was a waiter back years ago and they'd ask for lemon, I'd be like, you just stuck up. So it's really not just a garnish?
No, it's actually so positive for the body because when you add some fresh squeezed lemon juice in the water, lemon juice actually helps to extract and remove toxins out of bloodstream, out of the liver. It helps the liver to cleanse itself. And especially when you drink it first thing in the morning, it's so helpful.
Really?
Yeah. And
I'm
our
starting
body's usually, our body's usually very dehydrated in the morning, right?
tomorrow.
You
Mhm.
can feel it. Everyone can feel it. We want something to drink. And
Yeah.
when we drink coffee, coffee is dehydrating to our bodies as well,
Yes, it is.
right? And
Yes, it is.
so why would you hurt your body like this? Add at least glass of lemon or lemon honey water first thing in the morning, and then, 30 minutes later you can have your coffee and you will feel better already. Just adding this one little step will make you feel better.
Okay, hit the green juice. We see it in all kind of TV shows and commercials, everybody drinking. But I'm confused. I know kale is always a go-to for people when I don't have a clue on how to make a green juice. You got a recipe that we could get real quick? What do you throw
Well,
in
the
the
first
blender?
thing I would say, it depends on your chronic condition, how many of them you have and how bad they are. For some people, adding like celery juice with can be mixed celery apple juice, celery cucumber apple juice. For some
Mm,
people, it would be good just mix celery juice with parsley juice or cilantro juice. And for some people, it would be only celery juice, because celery juice by itself alone is most beneficial. So if you have, chronic conditions that kind of already build up in the body, then it should be definitely solo celery juice, because
now,
celery juice is removing all the pathogens like, bad
toxins.
bacteria, unfriendly, or viruses. Yeah.
Yes. Now, thank you for that. Okay, because I'm going to do better. I got a really good juicer like 3 years ago. And for 6 weeks, I almost lied and said months, but 6 weeks, I went and bought a lot of celery. I made the juice and and I was like, well, I need to stretch it. So I'll put some water in there because I kept seeing that it wasn't as fun to make after a few weeks. I'm like, oh, I got to drag that juicer out. I got to put all that and clean it. So my question is this: how far in advance? How much can I make it one time and it's still good? Because somebody was telling me you should make it fresh every day.
Yes, I agree with it. Well, the I would say, in my experience, the fresh pressed juice, is losing its power every hour. It's already not as strong. It's not as healing,
So
right?
they were
So the
telling me.
longer it stays, the less beneficial it is for your body. So don't put it away. Keep it on your kitchen countertop and just juice your celery every morning and drink it fresh.
And just do it every day.
Yes.
Well, hold on. I need a moment of silence so I can pray and ask for forgiveness for all the names I called my cousin who told me I was doing it wrong by prepping it for a whole week. So, okay.
Do you want me to tell you how many things you can heal just by drinking celery juice?
Please.
And I can start from my own journey. So when I started drinking celery juice, I was actually pregnant. And so many people would tell me, no, you shouldn't do it when you're pregnant. But I did it, and it actually helped me to keep my a lot of symptoms, negative symptoms that people associate with pregnancy, like, morning sickness and all that. I didn't have any of it. I had a pretty flawless pregnancy without any symptoms. And so after that, uh, I actually hit postpartum depression. And when I started drinking celery juice, I felt like things were getting easier for me, and
I'm
uh,
starting tomorrow.
yeah, no, I definitely healed my gut with it. For many years, I suffered with constipation and bloating. I don't have any of it right now. And I had endometriosis, and I don't have any of it right now. So there
Wow.
are many things that I healed in my body naturally just by
Yeah.
help too.
Oh, yes.
I'm reading
Sandy.
comments
Hi,
about
Sandy.
hypothyroidism.
Yes. Sandy has this question.
Definitely, Sandy. By adding celery juice and uh, also heavy metal detox, you can heal your thyroid, and it's not going to take that long. That's a
You,
good actually news, is that thyroid is usually very responsive to this. So um, it might take like 3 months, for some people 6 months, and you will see results already.
see results. Now, you mentioned the metal detox. Now, I've already gone over to your website and put my email in to receive the free heavy metal detox guide that you offer people.
Mhm.
And so we're going to give you guys the link so that you can go over and get your own. So Sandy, I would head over if I were you at the end of the broadcast and grab that. And we got another statement. Is it a statement or question? Vicki Williams says, you're welcome, Sandy. You're welcome. She goes, I am on Ozempic. Ooh, this is a big controversial thing right now. And I just want to say, I was at a concert a couple of weeks ago with a woman who was on it. First time I've seen anyone talk positive about it, and she lost weight and all this. But anyway, Vicki says, I am on Ozempic right now, and I decided not to take it anymore. I have too many symptoms that are negative. I informed my doctor last night that I'll not be injecting myself anymore. Sore throat, raspy voice, heavy chest, sore spot in my stomach. My husband was on that Ozempic for a minute. And he said the same thing and got off of it. What do you say about something like this, Polina?
I think it's a very dangerous thing, honestly. If you ask me, it's a very dangerous thing because it masks certain symptoms like weight gain. So what is weight gain? It's usually compromised liver, right? And so instead of addressing your liver's needs, you forcing your body to actually change some biochemistry in the body. But at the same time, the problems don't go away. Your liver is still struggling. And my experience is that it actually helps to promote bacterial and viral overload in the body. And so what Vicki, I think?
Yes.
Mentioned that she has sore throat and heaviness in the chest. That could be viral and bacterial growth that she's experiencing. So there are so many, holistic ways with respect for the body that can help you to drop unwanted weight. And it's so easy. Like, you wouldn't believe how easy it is. You will see results within the first few days if you're, doing it right.
You're doing it right.
Yeah.
Now,
So just
real quick, I wanted to just say this about that Ozempic, because the Ozempic's not even supposed to be for weight loss, right?
yes, I think it's meant to be for pancreas.
Okay, let's go to what you do. You help women and the coaching. Talk about that, because I have a feeling there's a lot of ladies watching today, and they're pretty riveted. They're right there. A lot of comments. So talk about the work you do with women 35 and older. What can they expect if they get on a call with you to explore?
And by the way, I invite all of them to jump on the call with me because I offer a 15 minutes consultation with me for free. So feel free to take advantage of it. And what we do is when we jump on the call, I intuitively scan the body. And that would be usually mini scan, because usually my scan takes 90 minutes to go over, the whole body and all the systems of the body. But usually when we do just mini scan, I can see what's exactly off, and we can come up with solution. And my solution usually would include custom healing protocol, right, for you, that's responding to your needs, your particular body needs. And then from that, we can also do, some emotional healing, some trauma release, because it's also an important aspect of healing that our immune system is hugely dependent on our nervous system, right? And how healthy our nervous system is. So if we're experiencing constant chronic stress, that definitely will compromise our immune system. And so by practicing mindfulness or some emotional healing, we can actually relieve your nervous system and create more relaxation in the body, and that will help your immune system to fight the viruses and pathogens in the body. So I offer a mind, body, spirit approach that will address all aspects: physical aspects, mental aspects, spiritual aspects.
That's wonderful. Now, on the screen next to Polina right now, you guys, I've shared her website, and I've also dropped that link into your comment section. So you can head over right when we finish in a few minutes. But as you see, hold on, I'm trying. Oh Lord, I don't want that. I want this. Okay. On there, You can book a free 15-minute consultation, and you can also scroll down further, and you can get the free heavy metal detox guide simply by inserting your email address. So can you just give us a little insight on that heavy metal detox guy? What I mean, because not that kind of heavy metal. What is this big thing about heavy metals? Where are they? And what are they doing to us?
Oh God, they do so many. They cause so many problems to us. Most mental conditions that we know right now is so present and prevalent in our society, like anxiety, depression, the can be caused and largely caused by heavy metals in the brain. So what happens is that when the liver is overloaded and has too much to handle, it can contain all the toxins and they spill in the blood and they end up in our brain, causing all these issues with our mental health. And so eliminating heavy metals from the body, removing them, that's the first step if we want to address mental health problems. Another aspect is that heavy metals responsible for all the skin conditions. For example, eczema, psoriasis. They can be contributing to thyroid problems like hypothyroidism, and yeah.
She was just talking about that.
Exactly.
Remember I said, I was joking, but I wasn't. When we first started and you were talking about my liver and looking at me, I was like, what are you looking at? Right. Vicky said, I'm scared of your skin. Now, and this isn't funny, but it is. But a lot of people, see, Vicky's just smarter. She'll say it. She'll just say it. But talk about this getting out of the way of the fear of one of these scans of yours, because I'm serious too. I'd be like, you say, who coming over? Pauline. Oh, look at the time. I got to go.
What are you scared of? You're scared of truth. Ooh. You're scared of reality. You want to stick to illusion. I'm okay. But it's an illusion. So there's nothing I can tell you that's not there, right? So I'm just going to share the truth. And it's back to you, what kind of actions you want to take.
That's it right there. Girl, you're good. You're good. She said, she came right at you, at all of us. She goes, you scared of the truth. You ain't scared of me. You're not scared of my skin. You're scared of the truth. And you know what? I got to tell you, I've become, I try to be very preemptive, very proactive. And I might be scared in the car on the way. I might be scared when I come home and in between waiting for the call about the results. But when they come and they go, you're all clear, or you need to adjust just a little bit of this. We caught it early or whatever. Yeah. I feel better. Wouldn't you rather know when you can still do something about it than when, the guillotine is already halfway down and you're looking up? Ain't enough time to get your neck out of the way then, right? So absolutely. I am just so grateful for your gifts, for the freeness that you give them away, and the consistency in the manner in which you do it. Very, very excited to have met you, to continue. I can't wait to get my guide, my heavy metal guide. And that's why you guys, and for men that are watching, Robert and the rest of you that are hiding out, I'll tell you this. When you see that women specialize in helping women in health and stuff, go over there and sneak around anyway, because,
Send your wife.
Huh?
Send your wife.
Send your wife. There you go. Your wife, your mother, your sister, your nieces, your granny. Just do better. And remember, sometimes you hear things, if you don't want to do it, don't just toss it out with the baby, the bathwater that is. Pass it on to somebody who might be able to change their journey. Okay. So, and then when it's time for you, you'll come to it. Right. Polina, thank you so very much. It has been one humdinger of a show. It was great. We were supposed to leave a few minutes ago. I was like, forget it. We're just going to stay. So thank you so much. You're welcome back anytime. Any final thought you want to leave everybody with?
I think your body is your true forever partner, and it's our responsibility to take care of our partner if we want to stick around for a while.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Absolutely. Again, thank you so much. Listen, have a wonderful day. I feel better. I was feeling like when I came in, but I'm energized.
I hope you feel better today. Yeah.
Yeah. And
listen to your body, have some sleep.
I'm gonna. And they were telling me drink a lot of water this morning. They're like, drink. I literally heard it and went and got another water out and said, just drink more water. And I feel better already. Truth, even just truth itself, it's healing. I'm telling y'all. Listen, get out of here. Have the best day ever. Do whatever you have to do. Crawls, climb, whatever. Find a little piece of your higher self. Trust me, you'll be grateful that you did. You'll wake up tomorrow revitalized, renewed, refreshed, replenished, and remembered to who you truly are. Now get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow right over there on the front porch, God willing, where together we'll have another illuminated conversation. As in always, in closing, I say I love you, and I mean it, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Have a great day. Thank you, Polina. Bye, everybody.
Thank
See
you
you soon.
Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind.